Hello bunnies, welcome back to my channel. So you guys really seem to like my video where I modded, decorated, and gave a tour for my childhood 3DS. So I thought you guys might want to also see me unbox and set up my new Wii. I'm not going to be modding the console this time, and I might make a video on why in the future, but today I'm going to be going through the process of buying, unboxing, cleaning, decorating, and setting up my Wii for my 19th birthday. Like everyone in the mid-2000s, my mom bought my brother and I a Wii, and my childhood console was actually my first game console other than my Wii Smile. And I remember hooking it up to the massive CRT we had growing up, and occasionally being able to hook it up to my Lightning McQueen CRT in my bedroom. I played all kinds of shovelware and third-party games on the console, with the only first-party game we owned being the copy of Wii Sports that came in the box. After my parents threw out our CRT in about 2017 because we were moving, and we wanted a TV for our new Nintendo Switch, my Wii collected dust waiting for someone to buy an HDMI converter for it until one day in 2021, my mom grabbed my Wii, its stand full of games, and my entire Skylanders collection and dropped them off at Goodwill because she felt like they were just collecting dust. I've since learned that this is actually a very common outcome for many childhood Wiis, but it still sucks that my scratch, Skylander sticker covered childhood console will be gone forever. The most memorable game I ever played on Wii though was Skylanders Spyro Adventure, a game that started the Toys to Life craze of the 2010s. Since it released after my birthday in 2011, it actually wasn't until 2012 that my mom bought me the starter pack as a kid, and it just blew my mind. I know that today a lot of people are still burnt out of the Toys to Life craze. I remember my mom buying us Disney Infinity 2.0, Lego Dimensions for PlayStation 4, buying all the Skylanders games except for Superchargers and Giants, and I still can't believe that I never bought into the amiibo hype. Even though I can see the flaws in the hyper-consumerism and business models of these games, the magic of Skylanders has always stuck with me, especially on Wii. I still have Swap Force for Xbox One and Imaginators for Switch, but I felt that the motion controls and gimmicks of the Wii were integral to the experience. Luckily for me, I'm now an adult who can buy myself outdated 2000s tech and plastic figures to play Skylanders once again. On top of that, I can finally experience the games on Wii that people say are actually good. Since Wii and GameCube games are just so much cheaper than modern titles, I can make it an easy way to treat myself and actually relax on my days off from work. I think it's probably a bad sign that I've got the nostalgia bug before even hitting 20, but a girl has to cope somehow. So here are the listings that I bought. I never bought anything off of eBay before, and I actually didn't know they didn't accept Cash App, so I had to buy an e-gift card off of the Target website, and despite checking eBay for months for a good deal, I ended up just impulse buying the console for a decent price when I found a Skylanders bundle I just could not pass up. So I made two purchases. The first one is for the Wii console itself. It was $40 plus shipping, and it had the console, a controller, a nunchuck, one of the grips, and all of the power cables and the sensor bar. The grip on the nunchuck was a little bit but I just felt like plus the HDMI converter, it kind of just makes up for the price, and I could always just get a new nunchuck later. It just seemed like a pretty decent deal compared to the other listings I was seeing at the time. It's got the flaps on it for the GameCube ports. Overall, pretty good deal, and the seller had good reviews, so I felt pretty confident with it. The second listing is just for the Skylanders bundle, so I just knew that this was going to be like the first game that I wanted to get for my Wii, but this bundle seemed like a pretty good value because it had the game in case with one of the wireless portals, and it had a good amount of figures. It's not quite all of the elements. So then all I had to do was wait a week and a half for everything to arrive in the mail. At the time, I was moving in with my grandparents, so have fun watching these unboxings with no tripod and slowly watching me redecorate the guest room over the next week. I was going to wait until my birthday to open everything, but I decided it would be better to just test everything, set it up, and reset all the figures in advance a week before my birthday. Everything was packaged great by both sellers, and everything was in a lot better condition than I expected. And I was already feeling inspired to personalize it like I did for my childhood Wii and what I did more recently for my childhood 3DS XL system. When I first set it up, I tried to use what looked like the AV composite or component ports. I cannot believe my younger self was so against HDMI when I still don't know if any of those are synonyms. But it didn't work, but luckily the HDMI adapter worked perfectly and my Wii was up and running. I can't lie and say that it doesn't feel wrong to play a Wii on such a big modern TV, but I'll save buying a CRT for when I have more retro consoles and more space. So now is for the moment of truth. Does the disc read? And does the portal connect? Luckily for me, everything went smoothly and I was able to boot up the game and clear the memory of my Skylander figures before my impulsivity gave in and I started playing the game before my birthday. It was such a nostalgia hit, I can't even describe how it felt to watch the opening cutscene after all these years. Eventually, I used my brain and realized I didn't need to stand by the TV like a weirdo because with the wireless portal, I could just play it from my bed. After teasing myself just enough, I put the game in its new spot and waited for the day before my 19th birthday. It felt nice to be excited for my birthday again, especially because I haven't been so consistent about celebrating my birthdays in the past few years, but I had the day of and before off so I could bake some lemon blueberry cupcakes and buy what I needed to grill out with my family. With this extra day, I also decided to decorate my Wii. I wanted it to have a similar vibe to my 3DS XL, but I knew it would look even cuter because the system was white, so I set up my workspace, which is just an old sewing table, got my supplies and my drink so I could start with the makeover. The first step was cleaning the whole system and accessories because it was a little grimy out of the box, so I wiped it down with some isopropyl alcohol. It took some time to get into every nook and cranny, but it really did the job. Now for the fun part, I got to pick which stickers I wanted to use. Growing up, my Wii was covered in Skylander stickers because you would get one with every figure, but since mine were just the figures, I thought I would update the vibes for an older me by just using some of the cute stickers I had lying around. I also used some gemstones to give it a cute sort of childlike charm. I had to adjust everything though because I forgot that the stand would cover part of the console, and with the gems the console wouldn't fit, but eventually it worked out and I think it looks really cute. I didn't realize how badly I framed these shots, but I also added gems around the disc slot, which I might remove because it bothers me just how crooked they are. I couldn't get them quite straight. Next, I put a grip that I was using for my Switch on the nunchuck because it was a bit worn down and it fit perfectly. I also decided to endure the tedious task of tying yarn around the cable of the nunchuck because I thought it would be cute and also help protect it from damage. I couldn't be bothered to film it, but I did end up finishing it. Well, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed watching me unbox, set up, and customize my Wii. I can truly say that I have the console line that would make any kid in 2006 jealous with my childhood Xbox 360, PS3, and my new Wii. If you have any more ideas of what I should do to customize my system, let me know in the comments below. I plan to make a video in the future of a Wii/GameCube games haul, so if you enjoy the retro gaming content, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.